guys! It's nice to see you all. Thank you for being patient. I'm going to go through a few of the things that I have for my Elsa cosplay. I finally got in a whole bunch of stuff. I'm still waiting for a few items, and they will be coming within the next 4 to 5 days. So once everything else is here, I will show you everything else, and hopefully I'll have some of the bodice to show you as well. I am working on parts for the bodice right now, and it's time consuming and it's taking forever, but once those are done it'll be moving a lot quicker. It's literally the worst part of this entire process because it's a lot of cutting and it's hard on my hands, and I have school all day long, so you know, it's a little crazy. But the first thing that I bought is craft foam, and you can pick this up at Michael's or Joann Fabrics, Walmart, anything like that. Walmart does not have this large size, and they don't have it separate, so you can't just buy like one piece or, you know, 2 pieces or whatever. Theirs is also a little bit thicker, I think. This is super thin. I don't know if I can show you how thin it is. Oh my gosh. Anyway, and it cost me about 99 cents a sheet. It's quite big. There is smaller sizes that they sell. They had glittery ones, and I figured I might try them. I'm not positive yet, but I have both an aqua blue and a white one. And what I'm doing with them is I'm making the tiny little rectangles that go on her bodice. If you look in the movie, it's kind of shimmery and sparkly and pretty, and unfortunately nobody really sells anything like that for fabric unless you buy like a sequin fabric or something like that. But I wanted it to be really close, and all the rectangles are different sizes. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting them out of the craft foam, and I'm making them really little and I'm doing a couple different sizes so that it has a variation and it looks more natural. So there's a few different sizes right there. You probably want to do at least 3 different sizes just to keep it, you know, nice and different. If you do only a couple, it's probably going to look a little strange. But once those are all cut out, I'm cutting out about 4 sheets of this larger color right here for just the bodice. And I will be hot gluing them onto the fabric that I'm using for the bodice afterwards, and putting Mod Podge to seal them. So when I first am done with them, I'm going to be spraying them with this Mod Podge, and it's actually like a aerosol spray, and it's clear and it's high shine, so that's going to be awesome for her bodice because it's going to add like a really cool effect. And in between the layers, I'm going to do quite a few layers of this probably. I have glitter, and I am going to be adding this glitter on. I have 2 different colors. Let's see if I can show you both at the same time. There's the white and there's the teal. I am going to be making kind of like a glittery ombre effect on the bodice itself with these 2 colors, and I'll use the white and then the blue by themselves, and then I'll actually mix the 2 of them together to make that middle color, which will be really pretty. And then once it's totally all set and on to the fabric and all of it's sealed and glittered, I'm going to be adding, just for an extra obnoxious glitter, I like things to be really sparkly, especially in this particular instance with Elsa. I'm using this glitter Mod Podge, and this is more of a thick, like a thicker creamy paste. It's a little bit different than glue. It's not quite as thick as a glue. It's a little bit thinner than that, but it is kind of pasty. So I'm going to be painting that on with a sponge, and that'll be over the whole bodice once it's all attached and all hot glued and, you know, all done. So the other I'm going to actually probably spray individually first, and glitter them separately and everything like that. So I also have these snowflakes right here, and these I'm not actually using them particularly, but I am going to use them as stencils for some of the snowflakes that I'm going to do. I got them pretty cheaply at Michael's. They were on sale because it's getting closer to springtime and they're trying to get rid of all their holiday stuff. So that's awesome. And right behind me, I have organza fabric. Now this is one of the 3 fabrics I'm going to be using for this particular cosplay. It's quite sheer, if you look. I'm sorry, 4 fabrics. I have 4. And it's really pretty. It's got a nice shimmer to it. It's almost kind of sparkly itself. This will be for part of the dress and the bodice, and it's going to be going over a satin taffeta. All of my fabrics are polyester blend. If you're getting fabrics and dyeing them like I am, you're going to have to get a fabric dye that will work with the fabric you're using. So I'm actually using a polyester dye. The dye that I'm getting from Joann Fabrics. I think it's like $3 a thing, and it's really inexpensive. A lot of this stuff you can get super cheaply. I think the most expensive thing I've shown you so far was probably the Mod Podge, and I think that was maybe $8 or so, and I mean it's a huge can, so it's going to last me for this whole cosplay at least, so that's awesome. I actually got this fabric on sale too, as did all the fabrics except for her cape, which is going to be made out of English mesh, which is very similar to silk tulle. So I got that for I think $4 a yard, which is super inexpensive, especially for something like that, so that's pretty awesome. For the entire outfit, for the bodice, I'm going to be hot gluing those little rectangles onto the organza behind me and the satin taffeta that will be underneath it. I also have a plain white fabric that I'm using underneath all of it for stabilization. You won't see it, it won't be shown. It's just going to be literally sewn underneath everything just to make sure it's not, you know, see-through or anything like that. I don't want to have any fabric malfunctions. It's not something anybody wants to worry about, so. I am using Swarovski crystals on the entire outfit, as well as fabric glitter spray and things of that nature. To actually attach the crystals, I have this right here. It's a lovely little device. It's literally one of my favorite items in the entire world. It's called a Bejeweler Pro. They have different names for these. There's like a Hotfix tool and all sorts of stuff. I like this one the best. I got this for $17.99 from Walmart online. I bought everything online. I don't like to go to the store unless I have to. The only things that I actually bought at a store were the craft foam and the Mod Podge, and the glitter and stuff. You know, the small stuff. Anything expensive was mostly bought online so I could shop around. It has a whole bunch of little attachments down in here, and they all fit the Swarovski crystals. You have to make sure that you're getting the right kind of crystals for these. They do say like Hotfix on them, or you know, things of that nature. And basically what happens is this little machine heats up in these things the crystals, and the crystals have glue on the back that's hardened, and once this machine heats it up, it can be attached to fabric. So all it does is the machine itself actually picks them up. You just press it down and you get the crystal and you stick it wherever you want, and boom, there it goes. It's stuck to the fabric. So it's pretty simple, pretty awesome. It's way easier than trying to hot glue all of those crystals by hand. So I definitely recommend this if you have to bejewel anything, if you have to get anything crystally, do this. It's awesome. And it's inexpensive. It's really cheap. Who wouldn't want to do that, right? Now for the crystals. I got a whole bunch of these from Beadaholic. I actually got them through Walmart though, so it was a pretty good deal. There's a whole bunch of sites that actually sell stuff through Walmart online, and it's a pretty good deal. I mean, I shopped around for crystals and this was the cheapest place that I found them. So I have a whole bunch of different colors. There's these pretty crystal ones right there, or like I had these pretty like satin or like sapphire ones, and you know, like there's a whole bunch of snow themed colors basically. I probably have about 20 bags here. I actually have a whole bunch more coming. I'm using upwards of 1,000 crystals on this whole outfit. It's probably going to be closer to 2. I think I might need more, but I can't really tell until I've gotten into it. So once the whole cape is started, we'll start to see how many I actually really need, because it's going to be very covered. I want it to be extremely sparkly, extremely snow queen, you know, awesome. So that'll all happen. And the only other thing that I have to show you today is what kind of shoes I'm going to be using. This is the only thing I'm not 100% making by hand, and I did go to Payless and I picked these up. They're just a simple, not very high heel. It's the most comfortable level of heel probably if you want to look like you have high heels on and not kill yourself. It's essential to have good shoes at a convention. You do not want your feet to be hurting, especially when you're trying to enjoy things or do a photo shoot, anything like that. You don't want to feel like you're dying. So these are actually the Comfort Plus brand. I don't know if I can show you that in there, but they're really squishy down in here, and they're round-toed, not pointy. It's gonna be all bedazzled and bejeweled all throughout here. I'm actually gonna use glitter and everything, and I'm going to be making out of craft foam the snowflakes that are right in here. and making them look as close as possible to her shoes. But again, comfort is the most important part. If you have a cosplay that you can't have comfortable shoes for, I definitely suggest bringing comfortable shoes with you and then just changing into them whenever you need to wear them. So, aside from all of that, everything else should be here within the next 3 to 5 days. I will be done cutting out all of the rectangles for the bodice, and I will be starting to stitch the bodice by that point. So I'll show you what I have done for that, and I'll show you all of the new stuff that comes in within the next few days also. So you should see a new video by next Monday at the latest. So I hope that you all have a great night, and I will definitely see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.